Alright, hey you guys, I'm back again with another video. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss when I post a new video. Don't forget to like and comment on this video, and let's go ahead and hop into this little tutorial. Okay, so basically today I'm going to show you guys how I get a flat application without any rough spots or any lumps or anything like that. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. If you're a beginner and you're trying to figure out why is my application lumpy, this will be a great video for you to watch. So just stay tuned and watch how I do this. Okay, so once I have applied my bead, notice how as soon as I drop off my bead, I'm going to push the top of that bead up, making that bead flat and flush so that when I apply my bead on top of this bead, it is going to be smooth and it's not going to be on top of a lumpy surface. Alright, so now that I have worked all the rest of my acrylic to the free edge, notice how smooth and flat that application already is. So now when I go in and add this second bead, you're going to notice where I place it, and I'm going to do the same thing to the top of that bead, making the next bead I put on top flush and it comes together. Alright, so here I'm going to lay that bead and notice the bead placement. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and push up my acrylic, making it flat. So when I apply my next bead, it's not applied on top of a big bulky area. It's super flat. So after I've blended it upward, I'm just going to drag the rest of my acrylic, you guys know, to the free edge. Alright, so notice how I'm pulling my acrylic down and look how smooth it is as it's going over that is. So that is how you can prevent those big lumps and those gaps in between your acrylic, making the top of that bead super flush. And look how smooth that application is. Okay, look. And then the apex right there, it's created itself. You didn't have to force an apex. The apex has created itself. Okay? Okay, so we're going to do this method for all of them. This is a super great method, like I said, if you're a beginner nail tech and you're trying to figure out how can I get my application smooth. Like I said, go in with that bead and then I blend it upward. So as soon as I have it blended upward a little bit, the rest of my acrylic I'm going to drag down And you know, we don't want to drag off too much. We're just trying to drag a little bit of it down, you know, get it nice and evenly distributed, keeping our shape on the sides. See how nicely blended that is together. Okay, we're going to push that bead upward. Okay, now that we have it pushed upward right there, the rest of it, we're going to blend downward. Okay, period. Look how smooth that is. Keeping our shape, so we're getting those side walls, making sure we've covered every side, turning our nail, looking from all angles. Okay. All right, so if you wanted to go in with the big bead right here, make that your last bead, go ahead. I'm working with small beads. Wanted to make sure you guys could see over and over and over again, you know, how this could work. Okay, and you see now that apex is already starting to create itself, right? So now we're going with our next bead, our cuticle bead. We're going to lay that bead right above where we wanted to, right below where we wanted to go. So right below, and then the rest we're going to push up into that cuticle area, pushing it up, making sure we don't flood. I'm going to go ahead and push it into the cuticle, and then the rest of it, you know, we're going to just stroke it down, quick strokes, taps and quick strokes. Look at that. Oh, I love this application, y'all. And I'm so happy I recorded this because I typically do not be recording, and I'm trying to get better at that. But I did record this secondhand. I wanted to make sure you guys could see. And I even had to go back in sometimes, fill in some gaps where I felt like, oh, I could add a little bit of acrylic here, or it's a little bit thinner than I like. So I went back in and added it. Nothing big, just some small beads to cover some spaces that I might have missed. And that is okay. And we're going to do this for every single nail. I'm going to let you guys kind of watch me so you guys can see what I'm doing. And if you like this, feel free to try it and let me know how you like it. But this should help you guys, you know, with not having any lumpy or rough application. This will cut out a lot of those problems. As well, you know, it will prevent that lifting. You want to make sure no water, oils, or anything can get underneath those nails. So this is the perfect way to make sure to also prevent lifting as well.